The first tendrils of dawn painted the NYC skyline. Venom perched atop the Empire State Building. Eddie Brock hadn't seen a sunrise this breathtaking in years. "Beautiful, ain't it?" he murmured. The symbiote, however, had other things on its mind. "Hungry," it growled, its voice a low rumble in Eddie's head. "Later," Eddie hissed back. He wanted to explore, soak in the city's energy. He leapt from the skyscraper, the wind whipping past them as they plummeted. They landed softly in an alleyway hidden from view. "Come on, let's go sightseeing," Eddie grinned. He could feel the symbiote's excitement, its hunger momentarily forgotten. They emerged onto a bustling street, the cacophony of the city washing over them. People rushed by, oblivious to the monster in their midst. Eddie pulled his hood low, trying to blend in. The symbiote, however, was less subtle. It rippled with excitement, eager to experience it all. Times Square was a sensory overload. Giant billboards flashed, music blared, and people swarmed everywhere. "Whoa," Eddie breathed, both excited and overwhelmed. The symbiote, however, was in its element. It reached out with tendrils, tasting the air, savoring the chaos. "Easy there," Eddie muttered, pulling his hood lower. He wasn't sure how well a giant black alien monster would go over with the selfie stick-wielding tourists. Suddenly, a hot dog vendor caught the symbiote's attention. "Hot dog, we must have hot dog." It drooled, its voice thick with longing. Eddie sighed. He knew he couldn't deny the symbiote forever. "Fine," he relented, "but try not to scare the tourists, okay?" The symbiote, momentarily placated by the promise of food, grumbled in agreement. They joined the back of the line, trying to look inconspicuous. It wasn't easy. Central Park was a welcome respite from the city's frenzy. Eddie sat on a bench, munching on a hot dog, the symbiote having devoured its share in 2 bites. A group of kids played frisbee nearby, their laughter echoing through the park. "Peaceful, isn't it?" Eddie murmured. The symbiote grumbled, more interested in the squirrels darting up a nearby tree. Their peace was short-lived. A scream pierced the air, a mugging. Eddie's instincts took over. "Let's go," he growled, already moving towards the commotion. The symbiote, sensing his determination, surged forward. The mugger, a skinny teenager, didn't stand a chance. Venom towered over the thief, his voice a guttural growl. "Leave. Now." The kid, terrified, dropped the purse and fled. The victim, an elderly woman, stared up at Venom, her eyes wide with fear. Eddie felt a pang of guilt. He hated scaring people, but he couldn't stand by and do nothing. He offered the woman a hand up. "Are you all right, ma'am?" The woman stumbled back, clutching her purse, her eyes darting between Eddie and the monstrous creature beside him. Her fear was palpable. "Stay back!" she cried, scrambling away. Eddie lowered his head, his shoulders slumping. The weight of his dual existence pressed down on him. He wanted to help, to be a hero, but how could he when he terrified the very people he saved? He felt the symbiote's confusion, its own conflicting desires mirroring his. It craved chaos, yet it also enjoyed the rush of adrenaline that came with being a protector. "We can't win, can we?" Eddie muttered, more to himself than to the symbiote. A familiar voice cut through the air. "Depends on who you're trying to win over." Spider-Man landed gracefully in front of them, his eyes narrowed behind his mask. "Long time no see, Eddie." Eddie's head snapped up, surprise jolting him from his thoughts. He hadn't expected this, not now, maybe not ever. It seemed their little stroll through New York was about to take a very interesting turn.